Live instant reaction and watch along to the Robert B. Lewis Stakes. Which Baffert horse is it gonna be today? All right, here we are. Salutations and welcome, friends, to another one of the Kentucky Derby Prep watch-alongs. We got the Robert B. Lewis Stakes, 4 horses, all trained by Bob Baffert. Going to be running today. I'm joined with El Hombre. El Hombre, what are you expecting to see here early from this Robert B. Lewis Stakes race?
Well, like you said, it's only 4 horses. I don't know how much tactically is going to happen here, but I do expect Newgate to be there at the finish. Hopefully one of these 4 are impressive because, as we discussed offline, there's just not a whole lot to this race, betting-wise and otherwise. So we're just hoping to see maybe a Star Is Born with a big victory here.
Yep, and here they are loaded in, and they're off. And it's a pretty level beginning with Arabian Lion going out to the early lead, and the other long shot Baffert horse there to join him. Newgate staying in the back, but hard to figure. And Arabian Lion are going to go out early with Worcester sitting second and Newgate, the even money favorite, sitting fourth. And quite frankly, this just looks like a morning workout at Santa Anita, quite frankly. So not a lot going on here early.
Yeah, I mean, 4 horses. Yeah, I mean, they're out doing their thing, but I have not seen. I'm not sure what the tactic was going to be on Newgate in a 4-horse field. So yeah, I do expect here to see hopefully an impressive close. But yeah, Arabian Lion looks good so far.
Yeah, Arabian Lion a little loose on the reins already, going 23-2 and now 47-3 for the opening half. Obviously has hard to figure 12-1, the long shot on the outside. Now they go into the far turn, and Arabian Lion still looking pretty strong. Newgate starting to make that move around the far turn, and Worcester is still on the inside. So we'll see what happens, but hard to figure now. Starting to, still puts up a nice little fight there for being the longest shot in the field. And here they are coming for home.
Newgate swings it out 3 wide, and it looks like he's going to start to advance past, but yeah, hard to figure looks pretty good here.
Yeah, hard to figure, really putting up a fight. Newgate really battling out with him down the stretch. Hard to figure, still giving him a hard time, but does look like Newgate's going to get the win there by just a neck. So not a lot to maybe take out of this one, but Newgate getting the job done. A horse that had been kicking around the Derby trail a little bit and finally punched a ticket. And I'd say he earned some Kentucky Derby points, but that didn't happen.
that was my next statement, was out there earning those 0 Kentucky Derby points out of the Baffert barn. But that's unfortunate for that horse. It did look good, but so did hard to figure. That's interesting, especially we talked about this not being a good betting race, or I did at least. And here you go with a 12-1 underneath. Actually, that's, I don't know what the exact probables were for the payouts, but I'm sure that's worth betting if you hit that one. Congrats. But
yeah, so if you hit the 2-4, absolutely.
Yeah, what's the takeaway on Newgate here? I mean, I didn't
Newgate
see anything spectacular compared to what we just saw from Tappet Trice a little while ago here at Gulfstream. But
yeah, I think that what you see out of Newgate is kind of the horse that he is. He's just a grinder. He doesn't really have a spectacular turn of foot. He doesn't have dazzling early speed. He just kind of grinds away, runs his race, and he's been running against the better Bob horses. He's been running against Having a Meltdown. He's been running against, Cave Rock. He's been running against some of the better horses out there. Obviously, shipping to Kentucky in that Futurity as well, running against Forte and Loggins. So he's been running against a better class of horse, quite frankly, I think. And this is probably a level of field that he can win in. But you saw he's not a dazzling horse. He's just a horse that gets the job done. And I think that's kind of my takeaway on him.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to be in the gate. He's one of those horses, like you said. I think he's going to eventually score some points and get himself into the gate. And
yeah,
hopefully we see that.
He doesn't really run a bad race. I mean, if you go back and look, he even when he's gotten beat before, it's never been badly. And but yeah, I just don't think you're ever going to see him turning in a really dazzling effort. I also had a little bit of a thought that when I saw Frankie Dettori on board, I thought they're going to get Frankie a win here. And so there was a little bit of like, get Frankie a nice stakes win at Santa Anita. that just it felt like a good story to some extent. But there you go. That $1 exacta paying $13.70. So it turns out to be a pretty good betting race, actually.
I wonder if anybody had that $100 exacta in the Tour de Force. I'll have to see in a little while here, but
yeah. And surprisingly, the $50 trifecta, I didn't even know they were taking a trifecta in this race, but the $50 try went $18.60. So a little bit of value there, thanks to Hard to Figure. I don't know. One final thought. Arabian Lion, finishing last here. This horse that also finished last at the Los Alamitos Futurity looked better today, but I think the bloom's off the rose a little bit with that one.
Yeah, that horse was didn't have anything for Hard to Figure.
Yeah,
once they got serious about closing. So thanks everybody for watching the Bobby Lou, the 4-horse race. Turned out to have a little bit of a storyline at least.
Absolutely. Make sure to subscribe to Trust the Profits for all the future Kentucky Derby prep reactions, and we'll see you later today at the Holy Bull.